I love Ridin Durty Radio. Vic XL. And just like that, once again, it's on, and just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, and this is my fearless co-host, Aiden Miles. Say what's up, Aiden. Okay, we're going to get this thing started. You know, each and every episode of the Ridin Durty Show is brought to you by the good people over at Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right, Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser that promises you that if you drink it, you can look as young as 80. No, I'm just joking. If you drink it, it will slow down your aging process. It will help provide stress relief. It can help eliminate nasty bacteria from your body. And not only that, it can help you lose up to 25 pounds in just 10 days. Now you tell me, who don't want to lose 25 pounds? Hell, I need to lose 25 pounds in 25 days. I just need to lose 25 pounds. So if you like me and you need to give your body a tune-up or a oil change, then try Dr. Juice Cleanse, because Dr. Juice Cleanse can have you looking strong, healthy, and young like Mr. Aiden here. All right, now, today is February the 12th. And Aiden wants to touch the microphone. We got a very, very interesting guest today coming on. We're going to talk a little basketball. We're going to talk the ABA. But before we do, let me tell you who got birthdays. All right, today, again, it's Monday, February the 12th. And we got celebrity birthdays. First and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to former radio host, former MTV legend, Mr. Ed Lover. That's right, Ed Lover turns 40-something today. I'm not sure. But Ed Lover is definitely in his 40. Happy birthday to him. Also, I'd like to say happy birthday to Mr. Burr. Happy birthday to Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane is 38 years old. And you know what? I gotta say, I just found out the producer of the movie 8 Mile is developing a biopic on Gucci Mane. So I am very, very excited and interested in seeing how the biopic on Gucci Mane is going to turn out. But we're going to say happy birthday to him. He is 38 years old today. And you know what? After Gucci got out of jail, I can honestly tell you he does not look 38. Matter of fact, y'all remember people thought Gucci Mane was cloned because he was looking so young and so different. But again, happy birthday to Mr. Gucci Mane. Also, I'd like to say happy birthday to the oldest man on earth. No, I'm just joking. He's not the oldest man on earth, but happy birthday to former NBA legend, the only person to ever win an NBA title, coaching and playing, Mr. Bill Russell. Is 84 years old today, and if y'all ever get a chance to see Bill Russell give interviews, my man still talk junk like he's on the court. I also want to say happy birthday to pop/rap/soul singer, Mr. Mike Posner. He is 30 years old today. I did not know he was that old, but happy birthday to Mike Posner, if you're familiar with his music. Also, happy birthday to NFL quarterback RG3, Robert Griffin III. He turns 28 years old today. Happy birthday to former Dallas Cowboy running back DeMarco Murray. He turns 30 years old today. Who else? We got a lot of birthdays today. Let's see what else we got. Aiden, what else we got? Who else birthday we got? Happy birthday to rapper Rollo. That's right, independent rapper Rollo doing his thing in the ATL. Today is his 23rd birthday. He just dropped a brand new song with Trouble and Young Dolph called The Real. Definitely you can check that video out on ridindurtyradio.com, and you can tell him happy birthday when you get a chance to. And let's see, let's just keep the party going. Aiden, let's keep the party going. Happy birthday to Mr. Arsenio Hall. Damn! Arsenio Hall is 62 years old today. I did not know Arsenio was 62. Wow. Man, he has been drinking from the fountain of youth. All right, now on to my Facebook friends and family. I want to say happy birthday to a former Ridin Durty guest. Miss, she's a rapper. Her name is Black Widow. If you get a chance, you know what? For her birthday, what y'all need to do is go to Black Widow's page and check out her brand new project and tell her you heard about it was her birthday on the Ridin Durty show, and you just wanted to send her a happy birthday shout out by downloading and listening to her music. And I'm sure she would appreciate that to the utmost. All right, I think my man Aiden's going to be up out of here. Okay, Aiden, it was nice having you here. Yeah, there you go. Do your thing. Look at that. That's a good kid. Hey, I always tell y'all, man, raise the kids right, put them to work early, and hey, man, you never know what kind of dynasty they're going to create and have. All right, so bye to Aiden, and we're going to keep the show moving. Also, I know if you're like me, you are a fan of the show, The Four. One time for my girl Evie McKinney. I said this last night, but she won the show, The Four. But I'm proud to announce, because I'm addicted, I am a fan of the show. The show has been renewed for season 2. Even despite the fact that they had the sexual allegations against my man Charlie Walk, president of Republic Records, they're coming back for season 2, and I'm definitely happy about that. One time for extra on the check-in. Man, so Evie McKinney won season 1. Season 2 is coming. Still going to have Diddy. Still going to have Khaled. It's still going to have Meghan Trainor. And Fergie's still going to be the host. We're not sure if Charlie's going to be back or not, but it was a great show. And I look forward to seeing season number 2. Let me check a little hip-hop news real quick, see what's going on in the world. Oh, you know what? I want to say rest in peace to the brother of Drummer Boy, producer Insane Wayne. I don't know if you're, especially if you're in the Atlanta area, you heard about the shootout in front of the clothing store, House of Fashion. The person that was killed during that shootout was the brother of Drummer Boy, Insane Wayne. So let's keep Drummer Boy lifted in our prayers, and rest in peace to Insane Wayne. He done tracks for Future. Man, he had a very extensive production catalog, and you know, he's just gone way too soon. My man Suge Knight, even though he's in jail, he's still getting in trouble in jail. My man Suge Knight is facing a potential $3.3 million tax bill. So if he don't get locked up for murder, he's going to probably get his ass locked up for tax evasion. $3.3 million, and Suge Knight has not put out a record in 3.3 million years. I don't know what he going to do about that. He better have a yard sale, sell out some plaques, sell out some of them red clothes. He better do something, because 3.3 million will keep your ass locked up for a minute. All right, remember, it's going down Friday. This record has already broken pre-sale numbers. The first African-American superhero to hit the screen in a starring role, Black Panther. It's going down Friday. If you hadn't got a ticket, you might have to wait till Saturday or Sunday, because people have been buying tickets like crazy. But one time for the whole Marvel staff and everybody for putting this movie together, and they say it's going to be really dope. So if you get a chance, it's Valentine's weekend. Get you and your boo, go see Black Panther, or go see the movie me and the wife just went to see this weekend, 50 Shades of Free. But you know what? Do something with your boo. Your babe, your boo, whatever the hell you call him or her. All right, now, I'm going to bring on my guest really quick, because I definitely want to talk to him. A lot of people, y'all might not know, but if you're an NBA fan or you're an old school basketball fan, you know, back in the day, a lot of legends came from the American Basketball League, the ABA. Most notably, Julius Dr. J. Irving. Matter of fact, the slam dunk contest was originated from the NBA. I mean, from the ABA. So with that said, with no further ado, I'm proud to say I have an owner of an NBA ABA team, the Sarasota Manatee, Mr. Andre Spivey, on the line. What's going on, Dre?
What's going on, man? Good times.
Hey, man, first of all, I want to say congratulations. Anytime I get to talk to an owner of anything, I'm always proud. But congratulations on owning your own NBA team.
Hey, I love the ABA. It's fun. You know, it's fun to, you know, it ain't easy, but it's fun.
All right.
It's creative. It gives you the opportunity.
All right, the first thing I want to ask is, let's find out a little bit about Dre Spivey. When did it all start for you?
For me, as far as, I mean, that's a long story, but let's talk basketball-wise. I'm originally, you know, born in Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, which is what I consider, a lot of people consider to be the mecca of basketball. Basketball is like a religion in Indiana. You could play in the hood in the projects off of 21st and Arlington all the way out to French Lick where Larry Bird was found. So basketball is basketball. It's the one language that everybody in Indiana speaks. And that's where I kind of developed the love for basketball. Watching Reggie Miller, Dale Davis, and all of them go at it with the New York Knicks and vice versa, and the Jordan, that whole era, I began to love basketball there. And out in San Diego, the same thing. Basketball was key. It's what got me into better middle schools, better high schools, is the ability to play ball. But as far as starting a team, that's something that I didn't know that I was going to do eventually. And it just came with the entrepreneurship of other things that I was doing. I was like, why not? Because for me, the question is always, why not?
All right. The one thing I do got to ask, were you a basketball player?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I played all the way up to junior college, all the way to community college. And then stopped there. I was playing back down in Mobile, Alabama. And then right after that, I just went to the Air Force because I was into engineering too. And I was like, well, I really want to get into this. I don't have enough tuition money to keep going. How do I pay for school? And the Air Force had a way, which was great. It turned out great to me. But yeah, I've been a basketball player for my entire life.
All right, when you played ball, if you had to compare your game to anyone, who would your game have been compared to?
I would say I'm not the 6'5" guy. I'm sure guys. I wouldn't say Isaiah Thomas. No diss to him because I'll get caught for somebody fussing at me. But I had defense. I was leaning towards more of a Eddie Jones type of player, man. I was a role player, but I could make the open bucket, and I was quick, and I played D. I didn't want you to score on me. I still don't want people to score on me now.
Okay. All right. Now, you also mentioned entrepreneurship. What are some of the business ventures you've been in as an entrepreneur?
So, yeah, after getting out of the Air Force, during the Air Force, I was a tech guy. So I learned a lot of tech, software engineering, IT security, things of that nature. And one of the things I did when I moved to the area where I'm at, the Tampa, Sarasota area, was I was thinking about my son. I have 3 boys, and one of them is autistic. And I was thinking about his education. And I started developing mobile apps, educational mobile apps for kids with autism. And that's kind of where a great majority of my entrepreneurship journey started. Really, most of it. And it's just building apps for kids with autism. So we would talk to schools, give free tablets out, show them how the app worked, help teach kids and things of that nature. And from there, I was like, wow, you can really do things with the skill sets that could actually help people. Because I don't look at entrepreneurship as a way to make $1 billion or $1 trillion. I look at it as a way to like change people's lives. Like, how does it affect the future, whatever you build?
All right, and being an entrepreneur, because I'm an entrepreneur myself, like what have been some of your struggles as an entrepreneur? I know me being an entrepreneur and a business owner, some of the things some of my struggles have been getting support of your community. A lot of times it seems as if people don't want to support the entrepreneur or support the small businessman. Have you ever had those challenges?
I have, absolutely. I've seen that we're to not to bring it like because some people like bring racial, but what I've learned is like it was easier for me to go and talk to, you know what I'm saying, white folks in schools, and they believe in it, than it was for me to go and talk to black people, my own community sometimes. And that was unfortunate because when you were doing what I was doing, I want to tell black people about autism and how we can help and get us more educated. But there's kind of a wall of distrust amongst black people that we need to fix it. You know what I'm saying? In the words of, A.G. Gaston and guys like Carter G. Woodson, there has to be some internal economics within the community to help the community, both educationally and involving entrepreneurship. It'll affect everything. So I did run into that quite a bit. And then when you run into those other circles, there's a limit to how much they trust you too. So you kind of hit a wall or run in circles at certain times.
All right. So let's talk about the ABA and the Sarasota Manatee. How did you get involved with the team, and how did you get involved with the league?
The team wise, I guess I always wanted a team. That's just not true. But I started thinking about it maybe 6 or 7 years back and just didn't know how do you start with starting a basketball team. It seemed like the task was daunting and that it would cost a crazy amount of money, and it was just wild. So I started looking around at different leagues. I found some semi-pro leagues. I found some pro leagues, Spivey, and things of that nature, and just the amount of money it would cost you to start those they're all pretty expensive in my opinion. Not for any bad reasons, but that's just part of the game. And my dad told me, he was like, well, I remember the ABA was trying to compete with the NBA. And they had been trying all kinds of crazy things to compete with them. And the things that they tried were interesting to me. He showed me an ABA documentary, and I was like, really? That's crazy. They were using all kinds of crazy gimmicks to try to compete with the NBA. And eventually, we all know they merged some of the greatest teams with the NBA. And so it made me interested in the ABA, knowing that the ABA kind of fell off and then restarted itself back in 1999, headquartered in Indianapolis. So I said, okay, well, let me try. But the difference is the difference here is if you're an NBA team, you're an NBA team, and that's all you are. Whereas we're a semi-pro team that chooses to play in the ABA.
Okay, so
that's the league that we choose to play in.
All right, how does that actually work? Because of course the NBA is exclusive. So basically you're saying you're a semi-pro team that chooses to play in the NBA. The ABA? How does that actually work? Like, so can y'all play in other semi-pro leagues as well, or how does that work?
Yes, you can. Yeah, it provides more independence. And the reason why I think that's great is because there's a certain basketball season. The basketball is played throughout the year, and basketball players need to play throughout the year in order to keep the skills up, or at least practice throughout the year. So the ABA season matches for the most part the NBA season. About that November time frame is where it starts, and then kind of May, June, depending on how long it goes, is where it ends. But there are other leagues who start in March and April, and then they go throughout the summer. So that gives us the opportunity to not just have one team, but also have a development team that's playing throughout the year. So we're constantly training players and running players through, and we're also constantly showing players skill sets to feed to other overseas teams. If you come to the Sarasota Manatee, you're not just here playing at Sarasota. You're being seen by agents that can get you overseas. You're being seen by teams that we have partnerships with and relationships overseas, whether it be in Turkey, Europe, KK, Bahrain. This is quite a bit of people that I know from basketball career that are over there that have teams now, even in El Salvador, Mexico, and stuff like that. So you're being seen the whole year, being able to show your highlights, show your skill sets, train with players across the world, and intermix with you.
Okay. Do y'all
players in Lithuania and get your skill sets?
Do y'all play other teams in the ABA? So I'm actually looking at the official ABA website, abliveaction.com, and it lists all the teams in the ABA. And I see ABA Mexico.
Oh, we have some rivalries too. So, yeah, we definitely play other teams in the ABA. That's all. So in the ABA, you have to play to make the playoffs. You have to play 10 home games, 10 away games, and we do play almost as any team. There's 120 teams in the ABA, so we don't play all of them. Nobody can. But we play, the great majority of who we play are Florida teams, and then every once in a while some Texas team comes down. But there are some great rivalry games that we have here. The Sarasota Manatee versus the St. Pete Tide is a game that is always something to behold. We have to, you gotta have security there to calm everybody down. Same thing with the Florida All-Stars up in Gainesville. So a lot of the Florida rivalries, those are some, and they make for great games too. They make for great games. We definitely play the teams. We travel in and out of state playing. And in June we have a tournament that we have in Puerto Rico with different teams over there.
All right, how do y'all go about getting players for the Sarasota Manatee?
We typically have open tryouts on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, meaning you can come, you register, you pay a small fee, and then you can try it in. If you think that, and we get people out here, which I'll tell people because it's funny to me, is that everybody who steps onto a street ball court thinks they can play ball. But when you're talking about semi-pro basketball, these aren't just random guys from street ball. These are professional players who have played overseas, played here and there. So it's definitely always interesting to see guys who come from from LA Fitness and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, I think I can take them. And they pay and they show up and they go, okay, this is serious. But even if you don't make it, we always offer, keep coming. And we'll train you to get to that level if the potential is there.
All right. So look, Dre, I'm looking at the roster of the Manatee, right? And I want to ask you, I'm gonna randomly pick 3 names, and I want you to tell me a little bit about the player I name, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're gonna start with Kobe Johnson, forward for the Manatee.
That is one of my favorite players. The reason why is he came off fresh out of high school. He's middle to junior college, and he gets an injury. And he's extremely athletic, and the next thing you know, he gets that injury. So to watch his comeback over the past 2 seasons, it's crazy. Because the Kobe Johnson I first saw, I was like, man, I don't know. But the Kobe Johnson I've seen is like, okay, he can play ball. It was just the injury. And that's what keeps us going. It's like seeing these guys get that second opportunity even after. But no, he's athletic and he can ball. He's getting the fundamentals now. He's a hard worker. That's really hard worker. Hard work, Kobe Johnson.
All right, let's move on. Next, Mr. Austin Gordon, center for the Manatee.
Austin is a person we just, I ain't gonna say we lost because he's always a Manatee, but he's one of the guys who we developed greatly, played great these past 2 seasons, or this past season.
All right.
We're able to help him get to Mexico. He's playing overseas. His confidence level, that's the key with him. You have somebody who has a great amount of skill set, but doesn't believe it yet, but once he believes it, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, I can play ball.
All right, so I picked the forward, I picked the center, so now I got to pick me a guard. Let's see, Mr. Jalen Seal.
Crazy quick. Almost from what I've seen against other ABA players, and again, in the ABA, we've had anybody in the ABA from Dennis Rodman to Matt Barnes over the years. So you have NBA level players and overseas level players. I ain't seen anybody be able to guard him and stop him yet, and he's not a tall guy. He has an outside game, the handles are crazy, and the mid-range is bananas. He kills the mid-range, man. Jalen Seal's the beast.
All right.
Evil.
All right, the coach of the Manatee.
I think right now he's the Global Spotlight Player of the Week.
So what now?
The current coach of the Manatee is Mike Pitts. He's playing the GM and the coach role now. And Marcus Pitts has kind of slowed down, so he's still, helping him out, along with Jesse Parker. But mostly Mike Pitts is playing the coach and GM role.
All right, when I was looking at the staff, I noticed a female name with your same last name. Is that your wife?
Yes, indeed. That's my wife, Jocelyn Spivey.
Okay. What's it like?
She is amazing, man. She's a utility player. Can do everything just about.
What's it like owning a team with your wife?
I enjoy it, actually. The reason why I say this is because I'm originally a basketball person. She likes sports, but she didn't grow up. She's not a basketball person. So she looks at it from a more objective standpoint at times than I look at it. So she calls things out when it just don't make no sense. That I'll be like, nah, that's just basketball. She's like, nah, that's just nonsense, regardless. So I enjoy it because it gets, as a family, because we take our sons, we have 3 boys, to games too, and they can see the whole operation, see the passion of the game and see mom and dad sharing that together. I love it.
Okay. How do you guys go about getting people out and filling the stands? Like, what are some of the marketing things you have to do to get people to come out and watch the games?
The biggest thing we do is mostly via Facebook at Manatee Basketball and at Manatee Basketball via Instagram and Twitter to kind of reach out to, because that's where the younger audience is, and tell them when the games are, how to get to the website, but mostly when the games are and the location of the games. I myself, I'm a bit old school, so I still go out to this day. Because what I started when I was like 14 years old, I had a uncle who promoted parties. He had like a record store, and he would have a party every weekend, and he made us go out and pass out flyers. I still hit malls and pass out flyers for those games too. I still hit basketball courts and pass out flyers for those games. So every avenue, from the analog avenue where we're passing out flyers to the online media, well, there we also go have a lot of news outlets that help us out in the local area, and because we do a lot of community events. We partner with barber shops and things of that nature to kind of get kids free haircuts, get kids free training camps, and we should, just to help community. That helps spread the word. Period.
All right. What was the your previous season? How did you guys finish? I remember talking to Mr. Pitts during last season. What's the current record of the Manatee?
The previous season we went 3-5, and this season, well, we didn't do as well as we wanted to. We would have played 8 games, and we went 5. We went out 3-5, actually. Different players too, so that's interesting. I think that has a lot to do with it. Is that you're trying to kind of move forward, but now you're starting all over again, not getting the feel and gel of it. The players not having enough chemistry with each other quite yet, but that's what we have the whole summer league for. So they'll get it.
All right.
That's so far. Get better next part too.
Now, I noticed that we have several teams here in Atlanta in the ABA. Do you foresee yourself ever traveling to Atlanta to play any of these teams?
I do. We had a game that we were going to do with the Southwest Warriors, and we ended up not doing that for some reason. I think it's on both sides. It's like the ABA season was ending or something like that. But yeah, I definitely foresee traveling to the ATL to play a couple of games, because I think there's about 4 teams there.
Yeah, I noticed on the website there's 4 to 6 teams in the Atlanta area, and we also have other teams in Georgia like Columbus. So, man, I think that's really
90 seconds.
Columbus team is about just this Georgia team that we plan on playing, I think, over the next couple of weeks. So we'll definitely travel. The rest of the season is actually away games and not home games.
Well, look, I'm
get on the road.
I'm going to say this live on this show, and people who listen live can hear it, and people who go back and listening to it through all our streaming sources. I definitely want to work with you guys, man. If I could broadcast your player of the week or something, man, I definitely want to figure out how to be part of the Manatee family, because, like I said, I love entrepreneurs and I love what you guys are doing. Y'all providing opportunities for people to make their way to the league, or opportunities just to bring something different to your community. And I think that's great, man. And then you're involving your wife, your kids. I think that's even doper. So anyway, I can help you guys, even though I'm in Georgia. If I can do anything to bring awareness to the Manatee team, man, I want to extend my hand.
Hey, that works, man. I'm absolutely going to reach out. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to reach out. And Georgia ain't too far from Florida. And I'm pretty familiar, especially with the Atlanta area, man. I have a business partner up there with Rise TV, Jay Jackson. So I'm pretty familiar with the Atlanta area, man. I'm definitely going to reach out. And as a guy, the player of the week, that's excellent, man. Because these guys, we make sure that they do the community work along with just playing. You can't just dribble a ball. You got to care about the people here. That's how our culture is.
All right, that is definitely what's up. All right, Dre, if you don't mind me, I've been calling you Dre all show. Now I'm going to ask you if you don't mind me calling you Dre. Well, all right, Dre.
Nah, that's all. That works, man. It's perfect. Yeah.
We're going to get up out of here, but before we do, I need you to tell everybody where they can check out the website, anything social media-wise for the Manatee. And you know what, Dre? I don't know if you broadcast your games via YouTube or if you're doing Facebook Live or Instagram Live, but hey man, if you're doing that, let people know about that too, because I would definitely watch a Manatee game on Facebook Live or YouTube.
Absolutely, that's a good point. I gotta make sure so you brought us something good. You reminded me of something.
Yeah, if anybody wants to take a look at the highlights of games, check out the games. YouTube is a great place, and the YouTube is Sarasota Manatee Basketball. So you just kind of at Sarasota Manatee Basketball or at Manatee Basketball. Same thing for Facebook, at Manatee Basketball, Instagram, at Manatee Basketball, and 941ballis.com is the website, because we're redefining what basketball is in the 941 area code where we're at.
All right, Dre, I appreciate you coming on this show, and go Manatee.
Yes, it did, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate you having me on the show. Much respect. Thank you, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Mr. Andre Spivey, owner of the Sarasota Manatee ABA team. Definitely doing their thing. Man, if you get a chance, if you're ever in the Sarasota area, or if you ever hear about the Manatee coming to Georgia to play, go out and support them. If you see videos, just click those videos, man. As independent businessmen and women, we need each other's support. Sometimes it's just a click away. So y'all do me a favor, support my man Dre, support the Manatee. Dre, I need a Manatee t-shirt, man, if I can rock on the show. All right, man, it's your boy Vic XL, the Ridin Durty Show. One time for my co-host Aiden, and we up out of here. I got some jambalaya waiting. Yeah.